Name of the background music is what's this shit called? Perfect Vibes. It's on every platform. I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Can we stack the push-ups? Do what you gotta do, dog. I might have to go cut the air on. Anyways, all right, let's talk about it. PlayStation news. Kratos-led God of War game is coming after Luffy. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, so I'm gonna call it Luffy. And it connects directly to her story. Sony Santa Monica's head of creative, Cory Balrog, has announced that the next Kratos-led God of War game. Yo, shout out to John the Space Cowboy. Shout out to Hint the Knowledge with the 5 gifted. Hold on, let me get through this. Connects directly to her story. Confirmation comes from God of War Luffy panel at the San Diego Comic-Con 2026, which IGN reported on live here. No further details were offered at the panel, although God of War, which by the way, it's not a $5 super chat. It's 25 or more because 5 subs equals $25. But I appreciate it, Space the Cowboy. So it's either 5 subs or 25 on the donation or more. No further details were offered at the panel, although God of War Luffy now has confirmed a release date of February 16, 2027. We have no indication yet when this Kratos-led God of War game will come out, which the platform is targeting, nor do we have the confirmation of this title or its setting. Oh, I misheard you. I mean, it's down there. Maybe I need to make the text pop a little more. Can y'all see the text down there at the bottom? During the panel, Balrog said of God of War Luffy that he wanted to see the extension and the expansion of the world where the characters we meet are unexpected. Everything we're doing in the Faye game is a continuation of the game before and to set up and expand what comes next, he explained. Shout out to Dingy Blue with the 5 gifted. Frink has been around since the beginning. It's interesting to see how this build. Hey, fuck all this shit. Barely? Okay, I'll fix it later. Shout out to Wrigley Pillow with the sub. Let me tell y'all what this story means before I do these push-ups. Ladies and gentlemen, they saw all the backlash that they got for God of War Luffy. A whammon! A fucking whammon! They said, yo, let's hurry up and announce the next God of War, because I guarantee you that there is no gameplay, no screenshots, no concept art, no nothing. That shit is an ideal on the wall, on the whiteboard. There's probably a whiteboard at Sony Santa Monica right now that says God of War next, nigga, or some shit, because they got scared. So just to calm the storm down, these fucking incels, they said, hey, we're working on another Kratos game. It's coming after Luffy. Chill out. We're just expanding the world. Everybody chill the fuck out. That's what I got out of this shit. Because why did you announce this and show nothing? Mind you, this is San Diego Comic-Con. Comic-Con is where you get the biggest announcements, and all you got is a title screen? Fuck out of here. They was just scared. They was just scared. And I feel for the devs too, because I feel like you shouldn't have to do this shit. But this is the world we're living in. Unfortunately, we're living with a bunch of bum-ass niggas who be on that. All right, I owe y'all 10. Let's see. Here we go. What's a good angle? Hold up. Like, oh. All right, next story. I better not be out of breath. You said diamond push-ups? Fuck you, nigga. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Oh, wrong camera. Let's see. I wish I knew. All right, next PlayStation story. Am I on the right camera? I'm not. There we go. Naughty Dog's Intergalactic targeting a 2027 release date. Oh, shit. Unfortunately, named industry sneak Nate the Hate, who's notoriously leaked a number of industry secrets, including most recently the existence of Nintendo's Ocarina of Time remake, says Naughty Dog's Intergalactic The Heretic Prophet is coming in 2027. This would round out an incredible year of PS for PS5, which is also getting God of War Luffy on the 16th of February and Until Dawn at some point in 2027. Not to mention, you guys all will still be on Grand Theft Auto 6. Well, we haven't seen much of the new Naughty Dog game. There's been strong speculation of a release date next year sometime. Yo, shout out to Master Groshi with the super chat. This makes me want to hit the gym. Thanks for the motivation. Hey, I figured, hey, let me find a bullshit way to get some extra push-ups in. Anyways, let's see. So he said, yeah, 2027 is the release date. And Nate the Hate is he's pretty reputable in the gaming space. So, I mean, if it's not coming out 2027, when else is it coming out? 2028? It's gonna be a good year to own a PlayStation finally, with 3 bangers coming out in the same year. No gameplay, we don't care. I mean, you're not wrong, but if I had to take a sneaky suspicion, I would say this joint would be some type of motherfucking third-person space action game where you gonna pull up on a nigga like, you feel me? Anyways, I wouldn't read too much into the lack of marketing. Sony tends to only market 1 or 2 of its titles at a time. It's only in the last few months that we've recently started to see more of Marvel's Wolverine ahead of its September 15th release date. So yeah, there's your update. But yeah, I kind of agree with what you said in the chat. We still don't have no gameplay, so it's kind of hard to get excited. They're basically getting the benefit of the doubt because it's Naughty Dog. Yeah, shout out to B Hunter with the sub. And just like that, it's fucking hot in my house because I did those push-ups and I'm moving and it's light. Because I'm moving my desk, I'm now closer to the light, so I gotta go cut the air on. All right. What else I got for y'all? Starfield, but not the slot fest boredom. Would you want an open world game? I ain't gonna hold you. I don't want an open world game. I'm good off that. I want a more linear experience. It can be semi-open world, like open zones, kind of like Beast of Reincarnation. But I'm not gonna lie. Not only do I not want an open world game, but open world space, nigga. Open world space, nigga. That's a lot of space out there. Because the problem with open world space is like you're only bound by your imagination, so the game gets even. But that's what I liked about Mass Effect. It was a more linear experience. But with space, it's like what them niggas say? It's the final frontier. You feel me? It's the final frontier. So I don't know about all that. What else we got for you? Yes, that shit endless. A new PlayStation controller patent showcases a controller with no physical buttons. The controller would feature digital buttons to let users pick which buttons are located where. The first comment, let me see. They took our dish, now they're taking our damn buttons. Now, keep in mind, when a patent is filed, it does not mean the technology will be seen in the next platform. It just means it could happen. Because a lot of times, too, with companies, they file patents just to hold it, just in case anybody else wants to use it. Then they can license the technology to said company and make money off of the patent and just keep the competition in check. But it also means there is a small chance that in the PlayStation 6, there could be a controller option where there are no buttons. And I'm here to let everybody know this shit sounds basura. If the controller ain't got no buttons, nigga, it's a fucking phone. And I don't know about you, one of the main reasons smartphones have great graphics. I mean, there's a lot of games out there that look like PS4. I know PS4 niggas don't want to hear this, but it is a lot of mobile games that look like PS4, Xbox One games, but it's hard to play them unless you have a controller. If you do a buttonless controller, it's essentially a fucking smartphone. And to that, I say,
lock them up.
Oh, man.
Lock them up.
So this is one of those things where I hope it's not true. And if it is true, I hope they never use this patent. Otherwise, keep this shit the fuck out of my face. Because you know what else they're going to do? This is Sony we're talking about. If they do a buttonless controller, that bitch going to cost $100+. They're going to charge you more for it. We had to come up with some type of advanced technology where it required us to, you know, create this buttonless display. Yeah, $200. Like, bro, get this shit the fuck up out of my goddamn face. I don't want to do that shit. Let me see if I can let me see if I can fix the text. Can you give a drop shadow to text on OBS? Background color. Oh, you can, I think. Let me see. Okay, I gave it a black background. There we go. You're gonna have to pay a subscription fee on top of that to use the buttons. Right. Use the buttons in turbo mode and shit like that. Like, oh hell nah, bro. Oh hell nah. Next story. Gamers plan PlayStation blackout, but will it mean anything for Sony? If you've been on social media recently, you might have noticed a new initiative gaining traction. It's a spot of planned action against Sony's recent decision to scrap physical games coming January 2028, and it's manifesting in the form of a hashtag PS Blackout. From August 23rd to the 30th, gamers everywhere are saying they'll be down in PlayStation tools, not to switch on their consoles, play any games, or make any PS-related purchases. For the entire week, nigga! But when you scale out and you look at the bigger picture, it might be extremely fruitless and mean absolutely nothing to Sony. On July 26th, a profile dubbed Does It Play posted an image with an agenda. It was a message seeking support from like-minded gamers worldwide, urging them to shut down their PlayStation platforms from August 23rd to the 30th in a bid to stick it to Sony. Let's read this message along together. Let's see, what kind of mood we into? For several years now, Sony Interactive Entertainment has continued to grow further apart from its fan base. Whether it's closing beloved studios like Bluepoint, pursuing a misguided live service strategy, canceling fan events, leaving the PSVR 2 to die. I'm not gonna lie, that shit deserves to die. I don't know what are you talking about. Or being completely out of touch with the franchise's players we want to see return. PlayStation has never felt more disconnected from its community. And then physical disc in 2028 feels like the last straw. We understand there's only so much Sony can control, but with the decisions that are within its control, the company continues to mismanage the strong position it inherited from the PS4 era. There are so many issues with the PlayStation right now that bringing back physical games will only meet players halfway. There's still much more Sony can do. We miss Twisted Metal, SOCOM, Sly Cooper, Resistance. We miss PlayStation, nigga. We miss that Jeopardy shit. And with that shit right there, nigga, we calling on PlayStation players to participate in an economic and gameplay blackout from Sunday, August 23rd at 7 p.m. local time through Sunday, August 30th, nigga. Players can participate by turning off their console or logging out for 7 days. We feel that this period gives players and developers minimal impact while still giving players a voice. Hashtag PS Blackout. During the week, gamers will try their darndest not to play. Oh, they're just summarizing this shit. All right, so how do I feel about this? This was going viral on Twitter if you're not on Twitter. First and foremost, let me say, because I feel like they're not getting enough credit. At bare minimum, I do like that somebody stood up and said something. I feel like instantly people started to dunk on it, and some of the criticisms were fair. But at bare minimum, this does make me happy because it means that people are starting to wake up and see that they are getting severely fucked. That being said, good idea, right message, but the execution's a little bit wrong. First and foremost, why are you only doing it for a week? Also, I can't help but conveniently notice that you are doing it after the launch of Marvel Token. If you really wanted to stick it to them, you should have did it the week of Marvel Token. If you didn't want to do it in August, you should have waited to September when Wolverine dropped. Or better yet, I know you niggas won't. What about Grand Theft Auto 6? That would have really stuck it to them. You don't buy Grand Theft Auto 6 or Wolverine. You turn off the PlayStation. You don't buy anything. You don't log in. That would have had Sony at the headquarters like... Not only that, you told them you moved too. You told them you move, which means they're going to plan. They're going to plan potentially to take a financial loss between the 23rd and the 30th. So I think gotta take. It's a good start, but I think people got to take a stronger stance. I'm curious to see though, will people participate in this? Because I did tweet about it, and I said I will be participating in it only technically because I mean I don't play my PS5 anyway, so. So like for me, it's not like I'm intentionally going in and being like, oh, we're gonna start Sony PS blackout. It's more so like I'm kind of already protesting them. But like for the people whose primary, because I mean I got a PC. For the people whose primary platform is the PS5, I am seeing people tweet that they are going to boycott. I'm just curious to see will there be any type of response to Sony. I'll tell you this much: if you've never done any type of boycott, it's not just about doing things for a week; it's about doing things until you get a result. When Black people was boycotting the buses, we was getting together, we was carpooling and helping each other go to work, and we're in church and wherever else we needed to go. When we was doing the sit-ins, we kept sitting in on them restaurants until they said that we no longer had to get served in the back. It wasn't a situation where it was like, all right, this week we're gonna do this, and then after that we hope for the best. That's just not how a protest works. And I mean, a more modern example would be with what we did with the Target when Target removed the DEI practices, policies. I mean, a lot of Black people stopped shopping at Target, and they haven't recovered since. So you got to really stick to it. If PlayStation is pissing you off, I think the easier solution would be, especially if you really love games and you love the culture, I think the easier solution would be actually to just sell your PS5 and work towards building a PC. Because then you don't have to give games up and you can still stick it to Sony. Y'all don't hear me though. Shout out to Ani Puts with the super chat. Yo, what's good? I hope your day was good. Keep fighting a good fight. You're mad inspirational. Pillar to the community. I appreciate you. I'm gonna keep hitting that button, nigga. All right, let me start. We'll see how it plans out. August 23rd to the 30th. Just letting everybody know in case you want to participate. Hashtag PS Blackout. We will be watching how this one develops. Where's my music at? Oh shit. Let me get my button. All right. Here's what else is going on in the PlayStation Nation. This guy tweeted out, my brother who hasn't turned on his PS3 or PSN in over 10 years decided to boot up his PS3 to play something that's currently downloaded on his console. Licenses are expired and his PSN account is deleted, so games are gone forever. Here's the proof so you don't think that I'm a liar. So ladies and gentlemen, if you want more proof of why a digital only future is not good, here you have somebody who owns the PS3, but because he didn't own the games, his PS3 is essentially a brick.
To blow up, but a lot of people think I'm lying about this, so I'll make this video to show. So I actually don't blame you guys for thinking I'm lying, because I get it. You know, people online make engagement posts, so the PS3 is on. This is his PS3. He actually brought it here so we can play something on it, because I specifically knew we had a game on it, and we wanted to play it. So
why does this man got an echo on his voice?
So I'm going to turn it on. I'm just starting this from scratch so people know there's like I'm turning the console on. I'm not changing.
Shout out to Chicago with the sub. We started wars over taxes. That's facts. Taxes on T.
Okay.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit.
Yo, shout out to AJ with the super chat.
/gun co-worker about you and told him about Group Eco and how it will help gaming get better. But he said to stop listening to you because he said you spouting Redditor education SMH.
He said to stop listening to you because you're spouting Redditor education. Group economics is Redditor education. You know, I watched a video earlier that was talking about, is Gen Z getting stupider? Is it the dumbest generation compared to the past? I was like, what's wrong with sticking together and trying to you achieve things as a group? That's one of those situations where I would love to like sit down with that person and just be like, what about that is Redditor education? You think that us sticking together to stick it to the corporation isn't going to change anything? That's literally how this country, yo, shout out to RD with the sub. That's literally how this country was founded. It was literally founded on the ideology of no taxation without representation. And the boiling point was the T. It was other things too, like stamps and other shit that we were getting taxed on and we didn't have the proper representation. And motherfuckers revolted. And look what happened. We got liberty now. Well, white people got it. It took about another few hundred years for black people got it, but y'all don't hear me though. So like I don't get what the fuck he's talking about. I don't just critical thought is at an all-time low, man. There you go. That brain rot.
All right, any moment. So we're not signed in. His account isn't available anymore. because I don't know. Sony either deleted it. I don't know. I have no idea.
So it's true. If you don't log into your account in X amount of time, Sony will delete that shit, bro. That's fucking nasty.
Yeah, I cannot get into it. He cannot get into it. But the point is, these games are downloaded and they're not available. Okay, so let me go here. I'll just go to Crash. Okay, so I verified this game. We never got it through PS Plus. You can see the date on it. Hold on. The date 2010. It showed up for a second.
So they're on the hard drive. He just can't boot them.
2010. Crash worked. Okay, we bought this.
Shout out to Dre Day with the sub. Appreciate it. The content. Hold up.
Look.
Goddamn. The content has a time limit. To perform this operation, go to settings, date and time settings, set the via internet.
Look. We have to connect to the internet or sign into an account, but he does not have his account anymore. I've even tried signing into my account, which these games weren't bought on, and they still don't work. So here's proof.
Don't ever feel bad for emulation. Nah, facts. My man just wanted to play some Crash Team Racing, and he can't even do that on his PS3, bro. That's your console. It's sitting there. Now you have to make the hard decision, like, do you want to keep that or, like, throw it away or, like, take it to a pawn shop or some shit like that and, like, try to sell it? That's fucking nasty, man. If it's already on your hard drive, you should have access to it. But it's a CMOS battery issue that happens with the PS3. If you just replace it, it works fine. Radical says it's a battery issue. We're not to look into that. I can whisper you. Oh, you talking about some other shit. If they can do that, then we can pirate. Maybe it is a battery issue, though. Maybe it is a battery issue. I swear this happened to me on my PS4. That's why I stopped playing it. Emulation's the only way. It's the only way. Yeah, the battery thing is a big issue on the PS3. Hopefully that is what it is, because that would piss me off if I bought a bunch of games and I can't play them. But yeah, you're right. He could jailbreak it and just fucking emulate shit on there. What else I got for ya? Sega is giving Crazy Taxi fans a chance to play the new game early. Sega's new Crazy Taxi game won't be out till 2027, but some lucky wannabe cabbies will get a chance to try it out early. On Tuesday, Sega announced a Crazy Taxi World Tour multiplayer network test that will let select players experience two of the online modes from the game. The Crazy Taxi World Tour multiplayer closed network test is scheduled to happen in mid-September. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. I ain't gonna hold you. Does Sega know what games are coming out in September? Will feature the online modes Pickup Race and Cops and Cabbies, both of which are playable via ranked matches or custom matches. Ranked Crazy Taxi. Sega describes Pickup Race as a mode in which up to 6 players compete with each other to drop off as many passengers as possible within a set time limit, earning as much crazy money as possible. Cops and Cabbies features 6 players spread across 3 two-person teams, competing against others, presumably outwitting the police who would frown upon the Crazy Taxi style driving. The network test will feature 2 maps, 4 characters, and 6 cars with various tune-up options, Sega says. Sega's network test will run from 5 p.m. PST on September 11th through 5 p.m. PST on September 13th and will support crossplay on the PS5 and the PC and the Xbox Series X. Let's hope Sony doesn't fuck over the crossplay like they did with Marvel Token. In addition to the Crazy Taxi World Tour multiplayer closed network test announcement, Sega also offered a more laid-back look at the game's West Coast map, basically Crazy Taxi's version of San Francisco. The game's latest treasure is a less frenetic, less the Offspring-powered look at the new Crazy Taxi. Is it a trailer? Where the fuck is it at? I don't see anything. With a peek of some fascinating new fares. Is there a new trailer? A bit of it sounds like a co-op stream. I don't know if I'm gonna play this, bro. This shit coming out in September. I don't know, dog. I don't know. Is there a sign-up link for it? Crazy Taxi network test. Here you go. If you want to sign up for the network test, I'm about to drop the link in the chat. Hey, TBH, never put me on, though. Never put me on. Hit the like button if you're watching on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. In positive news, other positive news, Pragmata defies expectations by selling 2.5 million copies in just 3 months. Capcom just released its Q1 2026 financial report, and to absolutely no one's surprise, the company's doing well, really well. But to my surprise, so is Pragmata. As part of the report, Capcom shared sales figures for its recent releases, and Pragmata sold more than 2.5 million, so more than 2.5 million copies since it was released earlier this year. Now, to be clear, this isn't because I think Pragmata is a bad game. I think it's an old-time shooter vibes and QTE hacking when I played the preview way back when. And Justin Wagner really loved the puzzles, main duo, and poignant narrative moments in the Pragmata review. But even still, it's a completely new story from Capcom with no existing fan base to go bat for. Yeah, but I think what Pragmata had going for it is, because traditionally it is, for those unaware, traditionally it is usually hard for new IPs to crack a million plus in sales. Because usually, I mean, you see it, most people stick to what, I don't got no merch. People stick to what they know, Call of Duty, 2K, Fortnite, you know, blah, 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 GTA. I think this one was able to break through because aesthetically it was pleasing. It had a unique art style, as well as the father-daughter dynamic. And this is why, you know, having unique art direction matters. The whole space thing. You just got to make something that stands out. There's too many games out here that take art styles from other games and then do nothing with it. An example being Impulse. Impulse looked like Fortnite with Titanfall Titans. It was just not it, bro. But this game has a unique look to it. So at least when people see it first glance, they stop and they say, oh, what's that? That's what it has going for it. Shout out to Well Supreme with the sub. Appreciate it. Boy, I've been trying to catch that motherfucker on a Steam sale. They're not budging. Oh yeah, because I mean it's been received well. It's probably going to take about a year before it drops in price. Newer games that drop in price off the Steam sales because they aren't doing it well. But because this is doing well, probably maybe this time next year, that's probably when it'll start dropping in price. Pragmata was fire. The ending reminded me of the Leon Professional. Tight shit. But TBH, Mind's Eye was supposed to do way better than this. Mind's Eye is some bullshit. Impulse is like a PS4 game. I agree. That shit looks super doo 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 doo. So shout out to Pragmata. Capcom's on a roll. Capcom's on a roll. Other good news. Neo 3's first DLC hits in August, brings new weapons, a trip to sort of the future, and there's a mega hard difficulty mode for the sickos. And I'm gonna go ahead and just say it here on the stream. I won't even pretend like I will be playing this. Shout out to AJ with the super chat. Waiting for Sega to drop Jet Set Radio. I feel like that'll be next. Is there a trailer for this shit? I could have swore I saw a trailer for it. Hold on. I thought it would have been in this article. Yeah, I knew I wasn't bugging. Yeah, there's a trailer for this shit. Here we go.
Listen, something is afoot in Edo.
I thought all of the Crucinite was destroyed.
It literally says Neo 3 on the screen. This nigga says Sekiro. Yeah, Token was a beta. Fun fact, this shit is called the Hellraising DLC because it takes place in Cleveland. Just what I heard. Just what I heard. Last but not least, YouTube Premium will include Peacock at no extra cost. Starting in early 2027, Peacock Premium, an ad-supported version of the streaming service, will be included with YouTube Premium in the US at no extra cost. It's a solid value add considering Peacock Premium costs $11 a month or $110 per year. There'll be an option to upgrade to the ad-free Peacock Premium Plus tier. YouTube Premium prices increased in June to $16 per month for the individual plan and $27 for the family. So basically, if you're a YouTube Premium fan, you get Peacock for free. This is cool if you like sports. NBA games be on there. So now, I mean, I got Amazon Prime, and now I'm gonna have Peacock because I'm a YouTube Premium fanboy. So I'm gonna have NBA games on there as well as like a bunch of other different TV shows. The only thing I'm worried about this, and I'm just bringing this up for people who have YouTube Premium. If you do, make sure you keep watching the stream. It helps, you know, bring in revenue. But the only thing I'm worried about this is them adding this. I do feel like a year from now, this will be an excuse for them to raise the prices. I can see a world where, like, out of nowhere, a year from now, we'll just see a random tweet due to market changes, we've decided we're gonna raise the price another $5 for YouTube Premium because we got the big peacock. And to that, I would say, didn't they raise it recently? Yep, that's what they were talking about. They did that shit with T-Mobile. I used to get Apple TV for free through T-Mobile, which, by the way, if you have T-Mobile, make sure to open the T-Mobile Tuesdays app. Spider-Man tickets are $5 on there, man. Shout out to T-Mobile, nigga. I'm going to see that bit this Sunday. I'm going to see that bit $5 this Sunday. If you got T-Mobile, make sure to use the T-Mobile app. You can get a $5 ticket to the movie. Anyways, all the 5 seats in the front row. Them LeBron gonna get them views. Good looks. I got you.